Today we're going to make baked macaroni and cheese. It's Thanksgiving, everybody. Yay, my favorite holiday. Okay, so we're going to make baked macaroni, and this was my grandmother's recipe. So I hope you guys like it. Okay, but what we're going to need is we're going to need some milk. Okay, and I'm not going to give you measurements because we're going to eyeball the milk, okay? And you're going to need a Velveeta block. I used a whole Velveeta block. This comes in a block and I melt it down. Okay, so we're going to need 2 boxes of macaroni. We're going to need garlic powder, pepper. We're going to need cream of chicken. We're going to need salt. And I have some heavy cream here. And then we're going to use secret ingredient. This is mixed up onion. Minced onion. Mint is minced very finely, okay? And now that onion will disintegrate when you're cooking it. And we're going to use some flour. We're going to use 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk, okay? And so what I've done here is I've boiled the noodles, okay? And I've drained them and rinsed them. Now these noodles are not cooked fully. Reason why I didn't cook them fully is because they're going to continue to cook in the oven, okay? So let's get this mixed up and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, but the first thing is what I've already done was I've took this Velveeta here and I've put it on the stove in a pan, okay? And I mixed it with milk and to get this consistency, okay? You want this consistency right here. Okay, so that's what I did. When you heat your Velveeta and your milk up, you just watch it on a slow flame because you don't want to score the milk or burn the cheese. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna put my Velveeta in here. Okay, let's start off with that much. Alright. Hold it with both hands, please. Okay. Let me mix that up real good. At that one point, I'm going to have to use my hands. Hands are better than these utensils sometimes, especially when you have something heavy like this. It's better to get in with your hands and mix it up. Okay, see that? See how creamy that is? This was my grandmother's recipe, and I love the choice of using the Velveeta and melting it down to a cream sauce instead of making a bechamel with the flour and then making your own cheese sauce. Okay, this is much better. Okay, so we've got that in there. Let's go ahead and put our 2 whole eggs and the 1 egg yolk in. Okay, we're going to put some flour in it, and what the flour and the egg does is going to bind it together, okay? And just about that much, not too much. We're going to put the minced up onion in, okay? And this is going to cook so long that onion's going to give out a lot of flavor, but it's going to disintegrate, so you're not going to bite down in onion, so don't worry about that. This is the heavy whipping cream. That gives us a good rich taste. Let's put some pepper. You gotta have pepper, okay? Let's give it some garlic powder, okay? And let's give it some salt. Not too much, however much salt you like, okay? And let me get a spoon. I'll be right back. Stay there, Dakota. We're gonna put this cream of chicken in here. This cream of chicken gives it a wonderful flavor. You know, I used to sit and watch my grandmother cook, and I would just sit at the table and just watch her, and I would love to sit and listen to her tell her stories about when she was growing up and different things about cooking, and I would just sit and watch her and just like love being in her presence and tasting her food. Her food was amazing, and I've took on those recipes, and I'm sharing that with you guys and my family. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of milk. I've already put the heavy whipping cream, but I'm going to put a little bit of milk there, okay? Now I'm going to go in with my hands, take my ring off here. Go in with my hands and I'm going to mix it up. Okay? Give me just a second to mix this up and I'll be right back. Push pause. Okay, everybody. All right, and the next thing, I've mixed that up really good with my hands. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put cheese in, okay? Any kind of shredded cheese that you like. I like to use a mild cheddar, and I also like to use a Colby Jack cheese mix, okay? I'm going to put that whole bag in, okay? And that's an 8-ounce bag. And then I have a 12-ounce bag. I'm going to put half of this in, okay? I'm going to mix this up real good. And I'm saving half of this here, okay? Because that's going to go on the top. Let's get this mixed up with my hands again. Okay, we're going to put aluminum foil on. Get this in the oven on 350 for an hour. Okay, let me mix this up and I'll come back. Okay, everybody, I've mixed this up really good and kind of flattened it out a little bit. And what you'll notice is that I don't use butter. I do not use butter in my macaroni and cheese, ever, ever, ever. The cheese has enough butter in it. So let's get this covered up, get it put in the oven, again, like I said, on 350 for an hour. After it's all done, I'll come back.